Oh. Hey, we're out the warp, dude. We're out the warp.
Hi.
Oh, I've
Oh,
lost you. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. I can't hear what you're saying. Say it
I was
again.
enjoying that ride again.
You enjoying the ride
I
again? Were
said,
you?
I've been enjoying the warp ride, yeah. You know, get a feel for it being a Chaos and Death Guard enthusiast.
So we're allowed to officially now discuss what happened with our friend Winters.
Yes, the video has dropped on his channel, and all of our fans obviously go over to Winter's channel and help him out, will you?
Yes. So, yeah, all of our fans go help him out. I don't know if you
Like
heard
what I
about
did
him.
there.
I did. His name is Winters SEO. He's a very small a YouTuber that plays Warhammer with people, and we were lucky enough to invite him to play with us.
Took pity on him.
Yeah, we took pity on him. We thought we'll give him a helping hand. So first of all, and
we thought.
Go on. Have I lost you?
No, you continue.
Oh. So I was going to say, first of all, we weren't too sure whether we're allowed to acknowledge this, but we're going to do it. So we want to say a big thank you to all of the new subscribers that have come from Winters over to our channel. And because you've probably not heard or seen what we do, so what we tend to do is a little bit of a podcast once a week where the three of us or the two of us, because we've lost Azza in the warp, we don't know where he's gone. We've sent psychic messages to him and he's not responded to us, so I don't know what's happened to him. But he may or may not join later. So once a week we get together, we have a little chat, we summarize about like painting or new rules or something, anything Warhammer related for about half an hour to an hour, and then that's what we try to limit ourselves. We also then on the little to stop your feed on YouTube, we then hide or unlist some of the stuff. So if you want to listen to the previous ones, it's a separate podcast playlist that you've got to go and find on the channel. So I'm Joe.
Or on Spotify now.
Or on Spotify as well. So I'm Joe. Chris is joining us, and like I said, as Winters kept calling him, is disappeared off the warp. So go back and listen to our previous stuff because it tells you what armies we collect and how long we've been doing it and the stories that got us to this point and whatnot. So yes, we can now officially discuss Winter's game.
Yes, we can. So what a game it was. I mean, obviously we don't want to put any spoilers in there for those who haven't watched it. So, but it was epic. It's a 4-way, 1,500 points per each army, and it's basically a 1v1v1v1.
It was chaotic versus chaotic versus chaotic versus chaotic. It was mad. It was great. It was so good. Now, luckily, Winters guided us through a lot of it. I mean, this guy is he is like the Wikipedia. He is Warpedia in his head. He's got Warpedia in his head. The only thing that he's got incorrect is making a cup of tea correct. But in his
milk in blast.
In his defense, he made a bloody good cup of tea. So
he did, and it helped that we didn't watch him make it.
Yes, absolutely. But the thing is, we're gonna have to talk about it. We're gonna have to spoil it because we need to. Otherwise, we can't talk about it. So
that's true.
We'll just talk about it. So if you've not watched it, pause right now, go to Winters, watch his latest video. You'll notice the thumbnail has got the best painted Ultramarines you've ever seen in your life, apparently. I disagree with that. My Ultramarines are not the best painted.
One comment.
Yeah, according to one comment. So it was good. So yes, pause right now, come back, and then unpause it. Right, have you done? Okay, right. So
welcome back. What an epic 2 hours, eh?
2 hours and 11 minutes, I think. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed it.
I've watched it, and to be honest, I enjoyed watching it back because I think it was such a blur on the day.
Yeah.
Watching it back, it was like watching it from new again.
Yes, it was so. The only downfall is that we looked
Yeah.
so awkward at the beginning, so we were just so nervous, like
Mm.
little rabbits in headlights. Just oh yeah,
I was just fanboying completely. I was fangirling. Um,
fangirling.
yeah, I was just completely awestruck,
Yeah,
as it were.
yeah.
So that took a while to get over that. So I look very scared at points. It's not that I'm scared. I'm just not sure what I'm doing.
Yeah, there was one point where he pans the camera up to me, he says something, and then moves over to Chris, and Chris just looks terrified, like, and he sort of backs off very, very slowly, like he's very scared. I'm not entirely
Yeah, I
sure.
think some people we work with commented on that as
Yeah,
well. So
they
we've
did.
made sure they've watched it.
Yes, yeah, and we've made sure that they all like and subscribe it, and some of them have started
Mm.
following us on Spotify, which is good. So yeah, um,
Yeah.
epic moments for me, I have to say, was my Tech Marine and the Catan.
Oh, yeah.
So
Not just
he
that, you also choked out my Lord of Virulence.
yep, and my Lord and your Lord of Virulence as well. Did he destroy your baby brute? I can't remember now.
I can't remember who took out. No, I think he may have been alive right at the end.
Or was it maybe the librarian that took? Was it the librarian? So that was Az's librarian that took out the baby brute, I thought. And then the baby brute explodes,
Mm.
doesn't he? I'm sure that happened. Sure,
No,
some.
it wasn't. It wasn't Baby Brute. It was one of the Mephitic Blight Haulers, I think.
Oh, okay. I remember
Or was it
something.
the bloat drone? I know something. I forced it to explode. It may have been the bloat drone.
And it took out a lot of my guys and took out. Yeah, it was good, epic. Just because I was at work
Yeah.
and it rolled the six and literally all four of us go yes, and I was like, oh, that was loud, very very loud.
There's a bit as well that actually made my heart warm a little bit. Was when I was rewatching it. Was there was a point where I managed to roll something and Winters actually cheered and was like, "Oh, I'm just really rooting for you." You know, I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, because
my
he
friend
was
Winters."
he was so disappointed because in between obviously filming we were talking and chatting as well, and he was just so disappointed at the dice gods and you rolling. Like you just
Yeah, I was so like, it was like either really good rolls or really poor rolls. And that first turn, oh, it just did not go my way.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm at Winters's. Don't have a strop. Don't have a strop.
Don't let sad Chris come out, stroppy Chris come out. Um,
Yeah, if you watch our battle reports, you'll see when it doesn't go my way and the dice rolls aren't working, Stroppy Chris comes out.
so as we're currently doing the podcast right now, we've just gone up to 510 subscribers, which is insane considering we were 257, 258 yesterday.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So when the video dropped, things for us, obviously those who've got very big channels will probably not think it's massive numbers, but for us it was yeah, a very happy moment.
yeah, very very happy
Lot,
moment.
Lots of excited refreshers and messages
Sorry, Joe.
flying backwards and forwards.
Just to correct myself, it's just gone up to 511. Literally, it's just popped up and said one more subscriber.
Love it.
I know, right? So
So
thank you,
and
everybody. It
yeah,
really
and
means a
thank
lot to
you
us.
obviously to Winters as well because he's
Yes.
he didn't have to give us that chance.
Yeah.
Come and see him. We're a very small channel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when I emailed him, I said because he said, "So what's the field? Do you want to come down? Do you want me to promote?" And I was like, "No, no. To be fair, we literally just want to come and meet you and play you. That is it. We're happy." So he didn't have to film us at all. I know it's his channel. It's his main. That's his main job. That's what he does. But we kind of didn't want him to feel that's all the only reason why we're coming down to see him. We wanted just to meet him. The opportunity arose, and we just took it. And yeah, I regret nothing.
And yeah, it's just a bit of being cheeky and pushing our luck a little bit,
It was, yeah,
and just see what happens. Worst case scenario, he says no, no, not today, lads. You know, we say
absolutely,
okay, we'll keep building ourselves up slowly. But he said, yeah, come on, we'll do it.
yeah,
We'll have some fun,
yeah, and
and we
fun we
did.
had, yeah. So hopefully,
Yeah,
fingers crossed, touch wood, we'll get an invite to go back down and see him again at some point, because we would very much
yeah,
like to
and
do that.
if anyone is listening to this podcast, and feel free to put a few comments Winter's way to say you'd like to see another video with us in it.
Yeah.
Help us out.
This time I'll get my hair cut because I forgot.
Yeah.
And I didn't
Yeah.
realise
Full
until
disclosure,
after.
I went to the barbers especially.
You did. I was going to as well, and I just completely forgot. But never mind. Next time we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was great. It was really good. Like I was saying, he is Warpedia. His head is Warpedia. He was saying to us, okay, what have you got? Okay, so what you'll be rolling is this. You'll be hitting on this. You'll be wounding on this. Da 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 da. You need to do this. Da, da. And we're like, what? Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I'd say at least for that first turn, if not
Yeah.
partway through the second, it took us a bit to keep up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we got there. By the end of it, we were keeping up and following what was happening a bit more, and not feeling quite as awkward. And
yeah.
yeah.
No, it was good.
Yeah, it was a good experience. So moving on then, because we've covered that.
Yep.
So I think we'll move on to another topic.
Go on then.
What topic are we going for, Romeo?
So we've recently, our last video that's just gone up that Chris has edited, we've changed how we are filming stuff. So we're no longer using a DLSR camera. Excuse me, a DLSR camera. We're now using a different method, which is high quality.
Yep.
But the only downside is we're still learning how to, stop it being shaky and learning what we can and can't do, because the stuff you can do with one camera that you can't do with this other type that we're using now. So yeah.
The camera I've got hasn't got auto stabilization on it.
Yeah.
But so thank you to, I'm not sure who it was, but someone had commented saying about looking into the software.
Yeah.
Because that has actually sparked me to look into the software, and the editing software that we use does have the ability to put the stabilization on it.
Yeah.
Again, like Winters has said, and we've said, we're new to the hobby, new to YouTube, and new to editing, really.
Yeah.
So it's a learning process. So now I know about putting stabilization on it. So the video should, going forward, start to look a bit more
hopefully
sort of grounded.
But it's good. It's good.
But it's been a whole thing, really.
Yeah. So we that battle report was very good. We tried to. The idea is we were going to do 2 battle reports that night, but we didn't get through them. But we're trying to be like choppy and really get through it. So, but it was a fun game. So go and watch it. Pause the video. Go and watch it. Let us know what you thought was good. And we've got another video in the pipeline, which at the moment Chris is currently not currently right now editing, but it's in his editing library, if you like. Yep. Editing queue, we'll call it. And then we're going to arrange for another one.
Yep.
Which we're going to film and edit. So we're going to try and get out as much as possible. But we've said before in a previous podcast, like the 3 of us have got full-time jobs, we've got families, so we are working around when we can. And at the end of the day, we see it as this is still a hobby. This is still a game. We're having fun. The YouTube is part of that hobby. It's not a job. So we're not looking to make money. We're looking to do it for fun. If we make money, wonderful. We'll reinvest that into the channel. But we're looking to have fun and bring you guys along with us. So definitely go back, watch some of our videos.
That's why we get 6.
Oh, hello.
Yep. Carry on.
Oh, I was say, go back and watch some of our videos and leave comments where you've noticed that we've done things wrong, because we do things wrong, and we need to be told. What else? What else
we do appreciate it.
We do, actually. And even if you don't like the videos, that's fine. Let us know. If anybody annoys you, let us know. Down thumbs up, whatever you can do on YouTube, do it, because all forms of interactions
Joe,
help the channel.
Joe does take it to heart though if you say mean things to him, so keep it nice.
So do you, Chris. So do you.
I do as well.
I try my hardest to be nice. So what are the stuff? So we have got we've got 2 videos in the pipeline that you're editing. So we've got an unveiling video, because we've got the mats, haven't we, from urbanmats.com. which
We
were
have. The
kind
Mats
enough.
were very kind.
Yeah.
We cheekily sent them an email
Mm.
and said, you know, would they be able to help us out? Because obviously, as those in the hobby are very aware, everything is so expensive.
Yeah, so expensive.
And when you try to build sort of the battle reports and stuff, we're very mindful that we don't want it to just look, oh look, the same game board again, the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
terrain again, just slightly different laid out.
yeah,
But with that comes quite a hefty upfront cost. Um, and we haven't got the benefit of being years down the line where we've managed to build it up slowly. So
yeah, yeah.
sort of the help of having one or two different game mats is really just helps us to keep it fresh for the fan.
The fan. Did you mean Winters? He's a fan. He
The
has
fan.
commented on our previous podcast, so he is now 100% a fan and an honorary member of Command Battle Win.
And a friend. That's the
a,
important thing. A
a
friend.
very a friend, our friend Winters, the man, the legend, the Winters. That's,
Uh,
that's his name. Yeah. So, new battle mat video talking about that. There'll be, I think, off the top of my head, there is a 10% discount for anybody. So it's not an affiliation, so we get nothing from this. We get no money, but we're able to give you a 10% discount on these fantastic mats. The guy or the company, they post worldwide. I think they are in Czech, maybe Czech Republic. I don't know whereabouts in the world they are. They're not in the UK anyway, but they do post worldwide, and the quality is fantastic. It's really high quality. It's thick. It's durable. And when you roll dice on it, oh my god, it's like being at Winters again.
yeah.
So yeah, you should get a 10% discount. So go check them out. There'll be a link at the bottom somewhere that you can click on, have a look, see what you like.
But no. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got another. We've got yeah. So we've got two. We've got two mats. One double sided mat and one single sided mat. So it's great. Really really good. Looking forward to playing on some of them and having some nice battles on them. Just trying to think what else now. I've completely
Yep.
forgotten.
And showcase them. So what might be, as Captain Anza is currently still lost in the warp, maybe we could share our Move the Troops origin story.
Um,
What do you think? Or should we save that for another day?
I think we'll save that for another day. I think we'll save that for a rainy
Okay.
day. Save that for the end of the series. Now we were gonna have this as the last podcast, but we're just gonna keep going with it. I think we're gonna leave it until 10th edition, but we're just gonna keep going with it because it's something that we all enjoy doing. Um,
Yeah.
it's something that yeah, it sets aside designated time in our busy lives to get together and have a chat about things. And paint and assemble
Yeah.
and have a little cheeky beer, which I'm in no way am I drinking an English tappiest ale, Tyant Meadow, which is a 7.4%
Hey, don't
strong.
shout them out until they give us some free stuff.
Well, they might do. It says strong ale brewed by the monks of Mount Saint Bernard Abbey, Charnwood Forest, and it is really really nice. It's like very. I know this isn't a beer drinking podcast, but it's a bitter. Well, it's an ale. It's a dark ale, but it's quite sweet as well. It's nice. It's really nice. I'd recommend it to anybody. I don't know where you can buy it or how much it was because my wife got it me as a little present when she went to see her mum the other day. Anyway, um, yes. What else were we going to discuss? I wrote them down earlier on and I've
You
forgotten. What?
can't uh you can't recommend it.
Oh, I've lost you. Are you there? Have you?
Battle Mats Winters.
Oh,
Yes.
the battle
I'm
mats,
here.
the new battle reports, changing filming techniques, and lots of stuff to discuss. So, have you been painting anything today? This week, rather?
um so as we know, as you know,
As
I've
I know.
been slowly working on my flesh mower, which
Yes.
in previous podcasts I've mentioned about as well, and now have got access to my Instagram account, so I
Woohoo!
have put the flash mower rusty, the dirty down rusty effect of the flash mower on my Instagram, cbw underscore Chris.
Yeah, yeah,
So if anyone's interested in looking at that, that's been playing around with that. And then I've done some crates and stuff, which I've had for, oh, I think it was one of the first lots of terrain sets that I got,
yeah.
and I just never bothered doing them. So I finally decided to get those done. So and they're getting some dirty down rust effects added to them, and then I'm also just slowly working my way through a flash mower because, well, I've talked about it, but it's because when we went to play with Winters, I didn't have a flash mower with the actual the model that's physically got the flash mower. So I've since got one, and I'm now enjoying painting it up, ready for the next time Winters lights the beacon.
Hey, he lights the beacon and we march. We march.
and
Oh,
and command battle win will answer.
command battle win.
That's a Lord of the Rings little quote there.
I liked it. I liked it. And the Emperor sends us back through the warp to meet Winters and battle him and maybe give him a present. A nice present. We've not discussed about the battle that we did the other day. Now, we're not going to talk about what happened in it, but we went a little bit crazy, didn't we, when we filmed it? And the inspiration just came out of all three of us because it was you filmed it, me and Azza played it. It just sort of worked really well, didn't it?
Yep. Yeah, so we're the sort of the narrative element. We've sort of hashing out what we thought the narrative could be, and then somehow managed to end up combining it all into one epic storyline. So that's quite an exciting storyline
Yeah,
for that battle.
something happened. We said one of us said something, and then it made us all laugh. We're like, right, we'll go with that because it's funny. We don't care if it's silly. It's funny. And
Yeah,
like our friend Winter says, Warhammer is all about, having fun with your mates, and that's what we were doing. We were having fun.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, it was good. So,
Oh,
so
lost.
you two were in advance again. Check out our Instagram because we've been posting some pictures.
Oh yes, yeah. You posted some pictures on Instagram. They were glorious. They look good. Now, I don't know if you're having some technical difficulties there, Christopher,
Yeah. So,
because you're jumping in and out of the warp again.
so
Oh,
that's
oh.
what armies were brought. Yes, the warp storms. Yeah, the warp storms are taking me.
It sounds like there's a delay. I'm talking and then you're chopping and then you're hearing what I'm saying and responding. So maybe this is a good time. I know it's only been 23 minutes if because it sounds like it's getting worse. Maybe we should stop. Are you there? I think we've lost him. I think he's disappeared into the warp.
Hello,
Oh no, he's back.
hello, hello.
We can hear you. You're back. You're back from the warp.
The warp has taken me.
And then it chucked you out again
Oh,
by the sounds of it.
that was good because oh yeah, the warp took me and then went. Oh, we don't want him. He's not shut up yet.
So yes, you were saying about the Instagram. You were taking photos. You uploaded them. I think that's what the general gist of what you were saying. And people can have a look on your Instagram account to see what armies we took and what models we took. Perhaps is that what you were saying?
Yes,
Yep, good. I thought as much.
that's exactly what I. That's exactly what I was saying. Yep.
Oh, good, good.
So yeah, and we've got some very good quality pictures.
Yes, yes. Well, we used Commander Az's proper, lovely, sexy lights that he's got for when he does his filming of whatever nature he does filming for. um, yeah. What else shall we discuss?
That sounds very ominous.
I know it wasn't supposed to, but it went down that road. It really did, and it wasn't supposed to. Mm.
Uh,
Um. Okay. So yeah, so it was a great battle. It was funny. It was silly. It was right up our street. And I think we'll try and continue that theme going forward if we can, and we're all available to have one of us filming, two of us playing at least. But equally, if we can't, that's not a problem. We can still do what we're doing before, where we just pass the camera between us. I think passing the camera and changing the camera angles work quite well, or will work quite well. So yes, subscribe and like.
Yeah, I mean that's how we usually do it, isn't it?
Yeah. But yes, subscribe and like, and have a watch of that, and then let us know. Again, we'll probably do things wrong on it, but you know that's half the fun, isn't it? Isn't it? Half the fun doing it wrong. Not know what you're
Definitely.
doing. Yeah, good, awesome. In terms of 10th edition, the Warhammer community has been quite quiet. So there's nothing new. They've uploaded a post that says what's happening in the galaxy in the new edition of Warhammer 40,000, which they're talking about something that I don't really understand. I'm not up with the lore. The lore master Azza, he's the guy that and you are as well, actually. Both of you are into the lore more so than I am. I just sit there and just listen. Listen in beautiful silence as I realise that I'm talking to myself because you've gone.
I only really
Oh no, you're back.
know from listening to audiobooks.
Yes.
I have no, I am here. The warp's interfering, but I'm here.
I should listen to some of the audiobooks. I really should. In fact, if anybody's listening, let me know in the comments section below where to start. So I am an Ultramarine player and a Tyrannid player. I don't know if that's of any significance. If there is a really good book to listen to or to read, let me know and I shall go and check it out. Because I like having stuff on, like most people, whilst they're painting, which I'm assuming whoever is listening to us now is painting or assembling. I hope. I would imagine. Maybe. But yes. Yeah, well, we're at 27 minutes. I think maybe now is a good time to call it with the warp interference that's occurring on Chris's end. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we just had
Yes.
a message from Commander Azza. He says that he can join us in half an hour, but unfortunately we've done now. We've finished. So he'll have to join us for the next
He's
week's.
still working his way out as we go back in.
Yeah. Right. Well, shall we say goodbye and shall we jump back into the warp?
I think it's best. It keeps dragging me in, so I'm going to
Yeah.
go.
Okay, here we go.
See you on the other
Whoa,
side.
whoa.